Good day guys, being here. Today I'm going to talk about the benefit of having separate walls, ceilings for different rooms, and also the benefit of having separate wall sweeps, fascias, gutters, etc. Okay, so let's start. So first I'll just create a project and I'll model some wall and also another wall. So I'll create another wall, just a generic wall. Okay, so first let's have a look of walls. Okay, so this wall, this is the exterior wall. It's a one single wall from here to here. So usually, I think most of people won't worry too much about this, but sometimes it's easier to have two walls instead of one. I'll show you why. So for example, if I create a elevation, sorry, I need this one. So if I create an internal elevation, if I create an internal elevation, so looking at here, and if I go to this elevation view, and then if I place a tag here, so for example, I'll place a tag. Let's just ignore the information. Just this is a material tag. It will tell me some information of the finish of this wall. Okay, so if I go to the ground, so let me just WT. So now we can see this is a floor plan. So this is the elevation. So this face. Okay, so if you have one wall, and sometimes you might. So for example, if I drag this, so I need to increase or move this wall. So for example, if I need to move this wall, and then you will affect the location of this tag. Okay, so you will see when you move your wall, the tag will move as well. It's because the location of the tag is relative to the whole wall. So this will affect a lot, a lot of time at late stage. So you've done all the notation or the tag. So, and then at some stage you change, and then it will affect a lot of your drawing. You need to go back to check your tags, because sometimes, so if I move this one, it'll go off the wall. Okay, so but if you split, so SL, if you split this wall, this exterior wall, and let me just trim it. So okay, so now we have two separate wall, and then if I tag, so if I move this tag here, and whatever I do to this part of the model, it will not affect this part. Okay, so you can do whatever you like. Okay, so this is a wall. So that's why usually when I do some modeling, if so for example, if I have some model like this, I like to separate all the walls. So for example, this here, it might take some time to do it, but I like to have them all separate. It's quite easy actually. Oops, sorry. You just need to split and trim, and trim. That's it. So it will look exactly the same, but sometimes you do need to adjust. So let me change it to just the detail to medium. So sometimes you do need to, so this is okay, this one okay, this okay. So I think not this one. So for example, this one, so you will see a little bit blue color here. So this is not right. So sometimes you do need to adjust. You can use this tool, wall joints, to switch, or you can just drag this back and then that's it. So now you will see these two external wall, and then this will stop here. So same, this one you can just do this. Then just click on the dot, and then it will change the join. So I like to have them like this. So okay, so and also another reason is once you have this wall separate, let me just change the wall height so we can see what's inside. So select all as A, and then maybe I'll just add some door. Okay, so if you have all, hang on, this one's go back together again. So sometimes this does happen. You just need to separate them again. Oh, they are together again. So trim. Okay, all good. So, and another benefit of having separate wall is if you, so for example, if you need add some skirting board, and if you use wall sweep, you can very easily just place it here. So let me just close this one. So pretend this, don't worry about the profile, just pretend this is a skirting board. So you will see you can just place it here and then create another one here, create another one here, and create another one here. Okay, so you might notice that I didn't use this. I didn't use this because I like to have them separate as well. So the reason is the same. So once you have them separate, if you tag them in one elevation, so the tag will stay where it is. So if you have them all as one model, as one, I'll show you. So if I go to ground floor, let me have a look over this view. So this view is looking that, so we can see that. So if I do this, okay, so if I'll just delete everything here. I'll create a new sweep and place it here. So if I use this, so add, so it's easier to place this because you can just pick the wall and it will create one for your entire room. But if you go to elevation, and if I, so for example, you create a tag onto that, so I'll just use this leader and this tag, okay? So I'll just type in skirting SK maybe, and then if I go back to 3D view, let me just WT again, not a floor plan, WT. So now I'm looking at this phase, this elevation, right? So if I do anything on this side, on the back, so for example, if I do this, so you will see it will affect the location of this tag, okay? Right? So if I add another wall, you will see it will change this. So it's better to have them all separate. So that's same reason to the wall. So if you have them separate, so when you do, if you adjust the model, you won't potentially affect multiple elevations. Okay, so yeah, I think that's. Now let's have a look at ceiling. So usually, if you create a ceiling plan, so it's very easy to create a ceiling. You can if you create a ceiling, usually you can automatically you can create automatic ceiling. So by just click in these rooms, as long as at this level there's wall around this area. So if there's the wall at this level, you can create ceilings. Okay, so now if I go to 3D view, you will see I just created 6 ceilings. And you can also do it manually. So you just need to, so it's the same as this pick wall. Okay, so if you don't want to use that automatic one, you can create ceiling by sketch ceiling and pick wall. So if you use this pick wall, you will create the same ceiling, but you just need to make sure the sketch is on the correct side of the wall. So finish. So this one and the previous one is the same. So the same reason when you have separate ceiling. So where's my ceiling plan? Yeah. So when you have separate ceiling, so for example, if you tag TJ, oh sorry, I don't have a ceiling tag. Maybe let's try material tag. Okay. So for example, if you tag your ceiling, use this material tag. Okay. So this material tag, or same if you use material key node on this ceiling. Let me just skip this. Okay, skip this. So pretend this is the correct tag, material tag and the material key node. And if you have only this as an individual ceiling, so you don't need to worry too much about the. So for example, if I move the wall, it will always stay relatively in the location. So okay. You'll see, oh good, right? But if, let me just, maybe I'll just, I'll select all these wall. Here, I'll select all these wall, I'll copy it to here. And if I create a ceiling, and if I pick, so because I want to save time, I'll just create one single ceiling. And then when you tag, looks okay, right? Key node, all good. And maybe you can even tag multiple in locations or for different rooms. But when you, so for example, when you adjust, so adjust this wall, okay, and you will find that the location of, maybe let me just tag another one here. Okay, so if you move some wall, maybe hang on, let me just add another wall here. Okay, so and then I'll edit boundary, pick wall, pick this, and finish. So I'll just move this back to the center, middle of the room. So my ceiling plans all finished. And then at some stage, I need to move this wall. So for example, and then you will notice, you will find that because this is one single ceiling, and all the tag will move. Okay, but if it's this, so I'll just do the same. I'll just add, and then this will not. So I'll just add some tags in different rooms. So because they are all separate, you won't, if you move this, it will only affect this room. Okay. Yeah. But this one, it will affect every single tag on this ceiling. Okay, so what else? We talked about wall, ceilings, wall sweep. Okay, so let me just show you. So if I'll delete this ceiling, I'll delete this wall, delete this wall, delete this wall, delete this wall. Maybe I'll keep this wall. I'll keep this wall, keep this wall. I'll keep this wall. Okay, so now I'll add a door here and a door here. So I'll delete this ceiling. So previously, because we have all separate walls, we can quite easily place a wall sweep. So for individual room, but this one. So if I create a wall sweep, it will go start from here to this end. So sometimes it's okay because you might need all this skirting, but sometimes so for example, if you need different type of skirting, and then you will need to manually adjust, and it's very hard once you have all these openings. So because you won't be able to get rid of them. So you can make them very short, but you just can't delete them. If you delete it, it will delete the whole thing. So there's one option, actually. You can just do this. So increase the height. Let me think, maybe 27, and then become 1. Then you can drag it back, and then you can move it down. Oh, still go back there. Maybe we need to go drag and make it shorter, and make it typing 0. Still go back to here. So it's quite hard to adjust them. Okay, so it's easier to have separate walls. So instead of have one wall, separate them. Sorry, separate. I need to separate this one as well. And trim, 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 trim. So now it will be easier to place. So you can place this here, place another one if you need to, place on this side. Sorry, you can just type in 0. So it's easier to do it this way. Okay, so in fascia and gutter, the same. So if I create a wall, roof, and let me just switch to the exterior. Maybe I'll select all of them. Oh, hang on. Yeah. So I just need to make sure something's not right. Let me just yeah. We probably don't need to. So because we have separate walls, we only need one wall on each side. So we can just delete some of them. So okay, and then we can just add maybe overhang. Finish. Okay, so maybe change this to, yep. So same to wall sweep. the fascia, you can just pick this and then you can do the same. So pick multiple, and then this become one element. Okay, so which means if you the same thing will happen if you tag the material and then adjust it. So it's better, I think it's better to have them separate. So I just create one and then see, just escape, finish that command and just do another one and do another one. So instead of have them one, just have them separate. Okay, so this way, so for example, if you need to demolish this part, you can just change this to demolish it. And if you have one whole, as one element, so when you need to demolish, you need to, you still need to separate them. So you still need to make them separate or use different way to demolish. So for example, use the void. Okay, so same, gotta, you can just create one here, and if you create, one option is you can just create continuous. So continuous, so this one, so for example, this will be one element. Okay, and let me just delete it. So you can also create one and then escape, CS, create another one. Okay, so it will automatically join, so you don't need to worry. Create another one, and then you have them all separate. And so this is, I think I like to do it this way. So I think this is more flexible and will avoid, because sometimes you don't know. So for example, it might sometimes you might select one thing. Okay, so it looks like I'm only selecting this, but if you do it as one element, you might have something at the back. So for example, you might have some gutter, part of the gutter at the back, but when you select it, you don't know actually you have that one selected. You will see this is one single element, and then you think you just select this one and then you delete it, and then actually you delete something there as well. So I think this is a good habit to have everything, all of them separate, so you won't accidentally delete something. Okay, so I think that's it. If you have any question, please let me know. I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.